Hello everyone, this is Amigos Play. This is Aaron, and this is Bar Games, the controversial Bar Games, if you will. We were actually planning on covering this as an episode this month, and had some reservations in terms of the risque content involved, and I just said, hey, I'll just take this one as a Amigos Play, and we'll give this a shot. And so, because this was a favorite of mine back in the day, I like these credits here, by the way, the dissolve and fizzle, and the reverse beer glass. Good little tune here. This game could have used more music than it's got, honestly, but I like this little opening jingle here, the little song they're playing. This was a neat game. It was along the lines of a summer games or California games. It's the bar version. Here's your manual check, which thankfully has been rendered inert by some enterprising hackers, and so we'll just stuck that in there. Now, the neat thing about this game is much like your summer or your winter games. You've got multiple players there. It's hot seat play. There is no. I don't think there's any head-to-head action. I have to take that back. I think you may play head-to-head at the hockey, and you may play head-to-head at Liar's Dice. But it's been, to be honest, I don't think I've ever played two players with this or more. So something to look into. So we're gonna run through all these one at a time. This is Liar's Dice. There's a lovely rendered lass who's a bartender, and the object of this game is to look at your dice and then try to guess the dice that she's got, or lie your way through. So in this case, we're gonna try a couple different combinations here and see how it goes. So for example, if she had her 5 dice had 3 5s in there, I could bid 4 or 5 or 6 5s or more, and she would look at her dice and see how many 5s she's got, look at my dice and guess how many I've got, and decide whether I'm lying or not, whether to call my bluff or not. And that's pretty much the way it works. This part could have used some good music here, I will say. This game came out in 1990. It was from Accolade, as you saw in the opening there. It was developed by an outfit called Artist Tech Development on the Amiga. They really only did one other game that comes up on Lemon, which is a game called Day of the Viper. I've never heard of that one. It's some sort of 3D arcade game. To be honest with you, I just don't know it. This game, I was originally introduced to this on the PC, and yeah, I'm not great at this, by the way. I know, newsflash, but we'll play a few hands. Oh, I like that. You can read their thoughts, and they're usually pretty unkind. This game, like I said, I originally played it on the PC. I believe the PC was the original the game, and it was ported to everything else. This particular version, though, I really like, actually. The PC version of it was good, was very similar, but something about the Amiga, I just like the way the graphics look, of course. I don't remember exactly what I don't remember what kind of computer I had at the time, and so it may not have played very well on my PC, just because wasn't a great PC, and it wasn't as nice to look at on there. So we're going to yeah, rub it in. I'm gonna give this a couple more tries. This is actually kind of fun, It's just something you can kill time with. Which, hey, that's what bar games are all about, right? The first time I played this, I didn't understand exactly how this event worked, and so I read a few years back when I was pulling this one out. When I first got my 1200. Fired up with the new compact flash. This is one of the first games I tried. I went back and dug up the documentation on this and read this because I was always wondering what the hell you're supposed to do. And so now that I know what I'm doing, I still stink at it. But we'll play till we're broke, which won't take long. I'll drop a wad here in a minute, and we'll just go for it. This game, like I said in my opening dialogue, this is a game where it sort of falls in that adult category, which it's just weird because there's really only one aspect of this game that is, let's say, PG-13 or very, very, very soft R, which we'll try here in a second. It's the wet T-shirt contest, or the Wet and Wild, I always call it here, where these not greatly rendered women, their T-shirts become see-through, and you can see a little bit of stuff under there. It's an interesting choice. Without that, and that is, in my opinion, that's by far the best mini game of the bunch. Here we go. I'm going to take this chick to the cleaners here, hopefully. Anyway, I think the Wet n Wild wet T-shirt's the best. It's my favorite event. I have varying degrees of success on it, but I think it's probably the best of the bunch, and with a few minor modifications to the see-through ability of the girls' shirts. You could have made it so that you're not going to get a hard rating on this thing, or would not be a controversial, because really that's the only aspect of this that has anything that remotely controversial in it, including, for those of you that don't know, the final game, which will be in the last segment we do, which is Pickup Artist, where you're trying to find a girl and sweet talk her. There is no there's no salacious or naughty body stuff going on. There's nothing dirty. Some people might say the whole concept was in poor taste, but hey, it's a bar, and if you've been to a bar or a pub, that kind of thing happens. And it's funny because those kind of relationship, what would you call them, simulators, have become increasingly popular. Now, they're super popular in Japan, and they've made their way over here, and there are more than a few people I know that are playing them, and they get much, much naughtier than than this does. All right, well, she cleaned me out. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's a good game when you take all my cash. Let's get out of here. All right, yeah, Wet and Wild. We're gonna give this one a shot. So this is a simple. Well, it's simple, but it's complicated. Your job as that little man, here I go, is to dump water on Della here. And you want to fill up the bar under her name with that blue. And when that is full, you have soaked her. And you can see as you drop more and more water on her, clothing gets more and more see-through. I guess if you took the nudity factor out of this, I mean, a wet T-shirt contest, that's the whole point, right? So I guess it would kind of, kill the deal. But this is the one mini game that people talk about, for better or for worse. This game gets real hard real fast, but the concept behind it's really actually quite interesting. They could have really ham and egg this. They did a good job. So you'll see that spotlight going through the bottom of the screen there. It's going to get me. I thought I was going to get it right there. And so, if you pour a bucket when that's directly under you, you are lit up. And I'm sure it'll happen to me. Oh, there it is. And so it stops you from moving for a minute, and so you lose valuable time. This game, you get a bonus for every unused bucket, for every bucket that's there, which you'll explain later, and for how quickly you get the soaking done. So there are a lot of ways to score, and you'll notice as the rounds go on, well, depending on how far I get here, that the girls they move faster, and they, instead of just walking back and forth, they will stop. They will do a little wiggle or a little turn, and they make it difficult to guess where they're going. If I can get past this chick, I'll be laughing. So I've made it pretty far into this. It seems to me back in in the PC days, I actually got all the girls soaked, but I don't remember for sure. You see this girl that's coming out now. I guess she's a jealous contestant that doesn't want to see this go down. Or maybe she works for the local church. Who knows? And she's trying to knock all your buckets off. And when she does that, of course, you don't get to use them. You can see down at the bottom right hand of the screen there are a couple of buckets. Those are buckets you'll get back after this round. You've earned these buckets through your score. However, if she comes out here and dumps a bunch of your buckets, you're not going to get all these back when the next round comes. Like there's no, get out of here. No, this is not going well for me. Come here, baby. Oh, swing and a miss. It's incredibly. When you watch this, you're probably thinking, "What's this guy's problem?" Well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't get it. Let's give that another shot. Yes. Your man moves incredibly quickly, and so that makes it difficult to pinpoint exactly where you're going to stop. You really have to sort of get used to it. I was thinking you could almost play this game with a dial, and it would work well. He moves so fast that if you had the pinpoint accuracy of a dial, you could probably do real well at this. But the speed of your guy makes it difficult. Plus the fact that eventually, when you get far enough into this, that was a good round. You will. There are other obstacles to overcome. So let's see if we can get it. Now that looks like the girl that was interfering last time. So, I thought I was gonna get lit up right there. Oh, there it was. Oh! I like the effect on top. That's cute. The game, graphically, I really like every event. You saw in Liar's Dice the beautifully rendered barmaid. Really, the girls in this contest are probably the least well-rendered girls in the entire game. So, which is funny. The curtain and stuff. I mean, I don't know what kind of crazy t-shirt contest this is, but for the rules in play, the scenery looks perfectly. You only need that half of the screen, and I guess they had to get a big chunk of the screen set aside to have the women there to make it worth your while or whatever. Here she comes. Oh, dadgummit, that was full. The game, like I said, is deceptively difficult, but it's deceptively addictive. I mean, I remember sitting around playing this one. Oh, gosh, I mean, I spent a ton of time, way too much. And you'd think that, when I was playing this originally, I was a teenage boy, and you'd think to yourself, oh, here comes a teenager geek boy who wants to sit around looking at these wet t-shirts. Really, I mean, that may have been the draw initially, but this just became a really fun game. I really can't think of a game that it compares to in terms of this portion of the game in terms of the gameplay. It's just it is weird. So if I can get past this girl, which is not looking, no, I'm boned. I don't think I got a chance in hell. I know I can get farther than this. This sucks. Oh, embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to try this one more time. That's not a good start. That's not a good start either. There we go. Okay. The manual describes varying degrees of soaking on this part of it. And there's a full-on soak, there's a half soak, there's a very partial soak, and then there's a miss. And each one will fill that bar at a different speed. The best thing you can do is to get these girls on the very edge of the screen and get them dunked while they're performing their little dance. And they just stand there and take the full soaking. Then you can do quite well. You don't have to fully soak them to pass the level if the time runs out, but you have to be way up there. And I don't know what the bare minimum is. I'd say it's not 90, would be my guess. Okay. We got to get this chick out of here. That's a good start. Oh, this is where it's. Yeah, here she comes, screwing up my buckets. The worst thing is when you. That was close to being perfect. Get out of here. The worst thing is when you run out of buckets or the buckets are all gone on one side of the screen and the girl just lingers over there. There's nothing you can do. I haven't seen any pattern. Maybe there is a pattern, but I've not ever seen one of the way these girls move, where you can anticipate what they're doing, and so you sort of have to. You're at the will of the computer to get her to come over to where you need her. You know, it just occurred to me that we were talking about the two-player aspects of this. This could actually be a pretty entertaining two-player game. If you had one person playing the girl and one person playing the dunker, you could actually have a pretty good time, I think, running back and forth. There'd bet to be some modifications to the gameplay because otherwise the person would just. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Lola, Lola. But that would be kind of fun, you know, if one person could could play that side. So now, of course, I don't know how you'd make a two-player version of the pickup artist. That might be the hardest part. Pretty much everything else, I think you could probably pull it off. All right. Oh, son of a gun! I was off to a good start too. Get out of here. See here, I'm in a bad spot. Oh, come here. There you go. Get out of here. I think I can get her here. Here it is. Nice. Now see, my whole right side of the screen, I'm out. So now I've got to depend on her coming where I need her, which she did, thankfully. Oh, man. Oh, I'm almost out of buckets. So close. Come on. Yes. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now this should step up in difficulty quite a bit right here. Another aspect of this that only happens after you've gotten this so far is that a dude will come out of panels. Actually, it's the panels where the girls are. There he comes, and he'll just drop weights and vases and stuff on you. And I think he also drops bowling balls. Come here. And when they hit you, it's sort of like the electrical shock. They just sort of stun you. There's the bowling ball. I like the classic Monty Python style or Bugs Bunny style weight that they drop. Plus the dumbbell. So everyone's, and I assume that's a vase, but or a bomb, something. Surely not a bomb. That was a good one. Hey, I kicked the crap out of that one. I'm coming back into form here. Okay. At this point, I remember having trouble with this girl in the past, so we'll see if we can get past her. There we go. Good start. Real good start. Come here, baby. No! Not a good time for your dance. This chick's very dancey. Alright. Oh, my God. Okay, I think I can get this chick. She's got to play ball with me. Come here. Now, here we are. I'm out on the side. You'll notice that the... You'll notice that the speed of the bombardier up there has increased ludicrous amounts. And I like the fact that he pops out of these little doors like it's laughing or something, you know, and drops his weight. Oh man, so close. Oh, Cherry, come here. No. Oh! Oh, we're running out of time. Hope I've done enough. I think I have. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get some action here. Now this. We're back to the bucket stealer, kicker. Oh, she's killing the left side of the screen for me here. Get out of here. I'm getting lit up left and right. It's not looking good. I had her going for a minute there. Oh, that helped. She stood in the right spot. I'm running out of buckets, though. Oh! Get out. Nice. Okay. I may still be in it with a chance. I got plenty of time. Unfortunately, now I'm at the... I've got to wait for her to come on my side of the stage. Come over here, Carmela. There we go. Alright, I think I'm in the clear on her. Wow, that was not good. Oh! There it is. Whew, I can't believe it. We're cooking now. Alright, Maggie. Now you can see I have very few buckets left. Here she comes to get rid of buckets I need desperately. I got her with one at least. Oh! Come on. No. Oh, no. I think this is the end of the line, folks. This one. Oh, why am I doing that? Oh. Can I at least get her a little? Hey, well, at least she's not going home dry. Wow. I'm down to my last bucket. Unless this thing's endless or has a portable hole in it. And, of course, I miss and get shocked on the way out. Hey, not bad, though. Hey, fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to... I think we've had enough of that. But the last game we're going to play on part 1 here is Last Call. Now, this game really grew on me, and it gets harder as you play it. This is actually a pretty cunningly designed game. Everyone is familiar with Tapper, or Root Beer Tapper. It's a great game from the 80s where you serve beer or root beer to 3 or more bars of people. And in that game, you have to also run and catch the mugs. And the original arcade version had an actual tap on it. You know, it was a very clever game. And it's been done and done and done, and it's been ported to everything, and it's been cloned and everything you can think of. Well, this game, they decided to take the concept of Tapper in a different direction. So what you've got here is the bar is actually split into 3 different levels. This is all one long bar, but to fit it on the screen, they've cut it into 3 levels. And so your object is you have to serve a certain amount of beers. I believe the first level here it's 8 per shift, and the shifts are, as your shifts go on, as the week goes on, you get more and more. Your quota gets higher, and then there's a certain point where it gets really high. Now you can see the energy bar on the bottom of the screen there. Alright, yeah, so I've got to get 16 here. That first little line is the end of the first bar, the second little line is in the second bar, and then that red area is the very end of the top bar. Really, they're all one bar, but when I say first, second, and third levels of the same bar. And so these bar people are, you want to beat them sometimes because they won't reach for jack squat, and they can drop a beer if it's the least bit overthrown. I mean, you have to almost be perfect and put this right in their area where it grips. And you'll notice once you throw the beer, it'll slide a little bit. Like I'm often not running here. So I don't. And see, here's something else that's a problem. I'm not sure who ordered that last beer, and so sometimes you just have to let one fly, and just wait for someone else to raise their hand. So I see the girl here. So let's see if we can get her a beer. Now you'll notice, like, I think I underthrew that one. Now this guy won't reach out. No one will help me. The beer just falls on the floor. I guess this bar has some sort of forward lean on it, and so it's angled. So if you slide the bar and no one catches the beer, it just slides off the bar. And if you throw it too hard, these goose, the glass hits their hand and flies down into the floor. And so you also only have a certain amount of glasses too that you have to deal with. This is not looking good for me. Oh, you can see that blonde up there. I like a lot of this aspects of this. I mean, I used to not ever play this one. It was all like a Liar's Dice. I was just like, I didn't get this when I was younger. Now I actually enjoy it. It is frantic. You have to have excellent attention skills, which are not my forte, because really, as you're doing these throws, other people are ordering. See, someone else has already ordered that redhead, or is she brown? And so I've got to be thinking about the next person I'm going to throw to at all times, because otherwise you're not gonna you're gonna not know who to throw to, and they don't signal more than once. They wave you, they want their beer, and that's it. See, shoot. Let's try this again. I'm not going down like that. Yes, and here we go. Okay, let's try to paint. So we got like a punk guy here. Got your typical jock-looking guy here. Those guys at the front of the bar can be difficult because it's hard to judge where to stop it. That looks like Elizabeth Taylor. There, looks like Ryu. This guy, I don't know what his scoop is, but lower that top button, pal. You've got a redhead at the end of the bar, looks like Peg Bundy. There you go, man. See, that one just barely went in. Oh, the blonde, she's Butterfingers. I like there are tons of different patrons at the bar. I like the fact that they go dark occasionally if they're doing other stuff, you know. They were very clever when they put this together. I like the fact that you can see the little signs in the back. It looks like a typical bar. I also like the fact that you've got the digital clock in the corner there to try and tell you when your shift's over, which is pretty cool. So we've got to get one more. You notice that like everyone left for a minute. And that'll happen sometimes when it's not frantic. There it is. Thank you. You'll just be sitting there waiting for someone else to pop up. It doesn't happen that often. Okay. We're getting 16 out. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, oh, stupid punk. Okay. There's Elizabeth Taylor again. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good here. There it is. Oh, now see, I thought that was a good throw. These guys, they should be run out of this bar for their lack of manliness. When those suds start coming your way, you got to use two hands, y'all. All right, get a new haircut, Blondie. All right. It's interesting that they have a blow up when you are filling the beer. I mean, it's cool looking. I don't really know why it's there, except to, I guess, show what you're doing, and maybe they didn't think you could see, or maybe they just did it just cause. It's a nice little flourish. I like it. Oh, come on. Oh, you people. See, at this point, I'd be leaving the back of the bar, and I'd go get my pool cue and start wailing on people. Come on, move your arm. There it is. Jeez, that's a perfect example. Just barely. I mean, they're so effortless. Yes. Okay. Now you'll see something. This is where it gets real ugly. You'll notice that second white line is gone. That makes a huge difference. And I mean on the when I say white line, I mean the little line on your scope down there, on your power bar. It is hard to remember where that thing is. Now, if I was a smart person, I would look at the graphics above it and use that as the basis to where that white line is. But I didn't do that, so this is going to be an ugly event as I throw caution to the wind here. Plus, you're getting a lot more action on that top level where the patrons are. There's a lot more of them showing up. They'll be showing up at the end of the bar. You can see the cool guy up there with the sunglasses and the long blonde hair. I will say, you don't really see the same person at the bar at the same time. You know, like there's no twins, I guess. Everyone here is unique, which is cool. Okay. I'm confused as to see who's turn. Okay, I think the green-haired guy. No, now it's the... This is what I'm talking about. If you don't pay attention on these, I was okay, the punk. Alright. The guy in the green shirt. Nope. What? This is it makes you insane. Yeah, I am failing at an alarming clip. And you can see I'm running out of cups. Come on. Alright. Finally. Too hard, I think. Oh, come on, you weird guy. Yeah. There's not a couple in here. Nope, I've broken most of the... Wow. And the quota was 24. So that ends part 1 of this. Part 2, we're going to pick up on air hockey and pickup artists. Thanks.